Welcome to Yellow Cardinal Tarot. My name's Carol, and this is your reading for today. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a 3-card spread. And in the first card, I'm going to look at what situation or what issue you're dealing with. Now, that could be a pattern that you're finding is repeating in your life. It could have something to do with, an intimate partner. Could have something to do with a colleague, a friend, someone you know well, a relative. Could be a problem you're sitting with, situation you're in. Maybe a decision you have to make. And then I'm going to look at, in the second part of the reading, I want to look at what's coming up from your shadow in order to heal. And that would mean there's something that's coming up in your shadow that's impacting this situation that you're in. It's almost preventing you from going in the direction you want to go in. And now, if you're not familiar with the word shadow or shadow work, I have a video in the description box below called my 4-step guide to shadow work. And I think that will really help you understand what it means to do shadow work. It really is just, digging up that stuff from our shadow that we have to heal in order to move on and in order to process what we want to do next in life. And in the third place, I'm going to look at guidance from the tarot. And that will really help you, just give you that little boost you need to move on. So let's start with the Rider-Waite deck. And I'm going to pull 3 cards. I just want single cards here. And then I will clarify those 3 cards with the Light Seer's Tarot. And yeah. So I hope this resonates with you. This is a fairly new channel. And, it really helps if you like it. Subscribe, and really want to get this message out to people. I think it's really important that we heal some of these parts of ourselves that we need to heal that are coming up for us to heal. So let's ask the tarot for 1 card here for what issue you're sitting in today. What are you dealing with today that, you want some help with? Here we go. We have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. What's coming up from our shadow? 1 card, please. Ooh, he came flying out. The Hangman. And I usually have to stare at this card because he's already upside down, and he's in reverse right now. So he is the Hanged Man in reverse that's coming up for you. I never know. I think, I gotta panic, right? Because I'm on camera. So every time the Hangman comes up, I'm like, okay, don't panic, because you have to figure out if he's in reverse or not. And he's in reverse today. And usually when I panic, it's because he is in reverse. All right. So Major Arcana card for you, which is, a big universal force here that's going on. It's in your shadow. And finally, guidance from the tarot. Some guidance from the tarot, please. Here we go. 7 of Wands in reverse. 7 of Wands in reverse. I'm just going to push these over a bit. All right, so let's clarify that. Now I want 3 cards for each. And so we'll see what comes up when I start to deal these. If 4 comes up, I won't take them, only because it's just too many. And so let's clarify. Let's do a couple shuffles here with my Light Seer's Tarot. Okay, 1 more shuffle. And Page of Swords. All right, so 3 cards, please. What's coming up in the... Okay, so we have 2 cards. We have the Six of Pentacles is the first card that comes up here. Next we have the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords. 2 sixes. 2 sixes. And 1 more card, please, for the Page of Swords here. Here we go. We have the Judgment card. Major Arcana card coming up for you. Judgment card. Okay, that's the 3rd card here. Move those over a tad. All right. You see me looking here to the side, it's because I'm trying to rearrange these in with my computer here so you can see them. Okay. The Hangman is in reverse here, what's sitting in your shadow. So 3 cards to clarify. All right, we have 2, and the Ace of Pentacles is coming up. The Ace of Pentacles is coming up for you. You have the World card. The World card. And one more, please. The Temperance card. All right, so you have 3 major arcana sitting in your shadow. Some real big energies here coming up. You know, that's going to bring you some real movement. I find when major arcana comes up in my deck, it's just like these big universal forces that are really going to help you, give you the boost that you need. And so there's something coming up for you in your shadow to heal, but it's really going to give you, and when we heal these emotions that are sitting with what's coming up for us to heal, it really moves us in the direction of change, you know, really brings some significant change to our life. Guidance from the tarot right now. Okay, we have the Page of Cups coming up. The Page of Cups. 2 more cards, please. The Moon card in reverse. The Moon card in reverse. And one more, please. Just one more card, please. We have the Justice card. Okay. More major arcana for you here. Yeah. Okay, so good that you have a lot of major arcana. To me, that tells me there's a lot of movement here that wants to happen for you today. So let's start off with what issue you're dealing with. Well, the Page of Swords. All my pages in my deck are our inner children. Okay, these are the inner children, you know, our young child when we were younger, that for a lot of reasons didn't get what they needed when they were younger. And you're sitting in a place now where you have an inner child that needs some attention, needs some healing. And it's the Page of Swords that you're sitting with. And this is the part that really, you know, the Page of Swords is getting back to our authenticity and who we are. And once you start getting back in touch with your inner child, right, this is what's going to bring you your more clarity on who you really are and your authenticity. And so I'm seeing here you're sitting in a situation where your inner child is calling you and needs attention. And the Six of Pentacles is here right after it. And the Six of Pentacles is the card of, it's that 6 is all about duality. And you have 2 6s here that are coming out here. And so the Six of Pentacles is, I like the Rider-Waite deck where it talks about, you know, there's this individual it's a rich man and he's doling out these coins to these beggars, and the one beggar is kind of saying, you know, I'm worth 3 coins, and so the rich man will dole out, you know, we'll balance out or weigh out these 3 coins. And so, and then the other beggar will ask, you know, I think I'm worth 4 coins. And then, you know, the rich man will give him 4 coins. And so this card really says, you know, and it's kind of like a mirror effect. It's a duality effect, you know, and life has this duality where you're like giving and receiving and winning and losing. And this particular card, it talks about giving and receiving it. And it really is a card of self-worth, right? And it's almost like, you know, what you're thinking about yourself is what's going to come in for you. You know, how much are you worth? And so it's almost going to be mirrored, right? The exact amount is going to be mirrored here. If you feel that you're worth 5 coins, then what's going to come in for you is worth 5 coins. And a lot of times this will come up in the patterns that we see in our life. So if we really have this sense of unworthiness about ourselves, we will attract people into our life that are going to keep on showing us that unworthiness, and almost like they're triggering us, because your shadow is wanting you to heal this, This is something that needs to be healed. You have an inner child here. When my inner children come up, as they are right here for you, you know, when they call us, they need to be healed. So you have a part here. You're sitting in a situation of unworthiness where you're feeling very unworthy. And you have a younger part of you that's feeling this right now. It's coming up for you. And it's when my pages come out too, they kind of like, they're younger part of us, so they start coming out into our relationships. You almost feel like that child again sometimes, the reactions that you have to people, and you're kind of like, well, where does that come from? Like, why did I act like that? Like, I'm acting like a child. And you really, it's a younger part of you that's coming up and is feeling this unworthiness. So you're being triggered right now by people around you, by someone around you in particular, that's really making you feel unworthy right now. And the Six of Swords comes up when it's a card of, I mean, if you look at this situation here where this woman is being transported by these crows, they're taking her to a safer place, right? And I always see that these waters can look a little bit rough, and especially in the Rider-Waite deck, it shows like this rough part of air, this ocean or this water, this body of water, and it's bringing you into smoother waters. So there's a question here of, you know, do you need to get into, you know, a safer place? Is because there's a part of you that needs to be taken away here. Maybe you need a quieter space. Maybe you need to get still. You know, sometimes in order to do this deep healing that we need to do, in order to heal parts of us, our inner child, and get in touch with them, we need to be in a really safe place. And so sometimes when the Six of Swords comes up for me, it says, you know, maybe your inner child, maybe your child needs to be in a safe place right now. You know, maybe you need to physically move somewhere. Maybe you need to get quiet. Maybe you need to find stillness. Maybe you need to carve out yourself some time so that you can get in touch, can get back into your body and get in touch with that younger part of you. And the Judgment card comes out. And this Judgment card comes out when it says, you know, Judgment is all about getting to your truth and finding out who you really are. So there is a real calling here today to get in a safe place, to get some stillness, to find out who you are. And I think that's where you're sitting right now, is you're feeling that call. You know, you're feeling that call, and the Judgment card can be that, where it's that call to get yourself more aware of what's going on. And you do that by getting yourself into a safe place, by getting yourself still. And so you can start to hear what the messages are from this younger part of you that wants to talk to you, that needs healing. And so what's coming up in our shadow that needs healing? Well, you have the Hangman in reverse. And the Hangman in the upright position is really a part of us that says, you know, you're feeling very comfortable with who you are. You're very much in touch with your intuition. You're very much in touch with your inner guidance. And you know what to do. You can sit quietly and you can get in touch with yourself, get back in your body and start to really know what you're supposed to do next, you know. And so it's in reverse coming up here. So what does that mean for you in your shadow? Well, there is really a part of you that's blocked, that doesn't, your inner guidance is blocked. Your intuition is blocked. And that's what's sitting in your shadow. So right now it's blocked, which is, you know, it's understandable because why you need to hear your inner child right now, but there's something inside of you that's blocked and you can't hear it. And the Ace of Pentacles is coming up, and the Ace of Pentacles, all my aces are a brand new start. It's an offer from the universe, right? It's an offer of a new pentacle. And the pentacle is all about the body. And so this ace says, you know what? Here's a new offer here for you from the universe. And it says, it's time for you to get back into your body, you know? Get back into your body so you can feel your inner guidance again, so you can hear your inner child, so you can hear what needs to be healed here. And usually when an offer comes up like that, you know, the universe really wants you to take it. The universe, creator, source, God, whatever you call this outer, you know, force almost, that sometimes we just have to hang on to it and believe that they have our back. They really want to give you this gift of, you know, let's get back into your body again. Because the World card is coming up here and it's saying, you know, it's time to get back into your body and to get in touch with your inner guidance, because that's what's blocked. Because the World card is all about this awareness. It's all about this awareness of really this feminine aspect of ourselves that allows us to feel our emotions again. And so what this card is telling us to do, right? The universe wants us to get back into our body so that we can get in touch again with this feminine part of us, because the World card is all about bringing into balance our feminine aspect and our masculine aspect that we all have. But sometimes our ego, which is our masculine aspect, can really block us from getting in touch with that feminine aspect of ourselves, which is the body, which is getting back into the body and bring that feminine aspect back, right? And really get in touch with that feminine aspect by getting into our body so that we can get in touch with our intuition, the hangman, where we are getting in touch with our inner guidance of what we need to do. And the Temperance card comes out here right at the end in your shadow that says, you know, this is a process. This is a process. It's not easy, but it takes practice of, you know, grounding and really getting in touch with our body and getting out of your head, where you spin a lot in there, right? You spin about this, these things that you're telling yourself about yourself, but the universe really wants you to start getting in touch with your body so that you can get in touch with your inner guidance again and just get more comfortable with yourself, right? So you can turn that hangman around and you can get more comfortable with yourself. So what's the guidance from the tarot here? Well, the Seven of Wands comes out and it's in reverse. And so I'm seeing what's coming up here is when we're on this healing journey that we're on, you know, sometimes we really feel alone. You know, I know myself, I just worked through another layer of loneliness. And loneliness is a really painful thing, you know, that you feel, is one of the most painful feelings that you can feel when you're healing, because you really feel alone. And this is what the Seven of Wands reminds me of. The Wands is our suit of finding our purpose, finding our authenticity of who we really are. And sometimes we have to go alone. And you know, you've got this Six of Swords, which is really interesting here, which is kind of moving away, you know, to a safe place. And this kind of maybe what's happening with you right here, where you're finding like more and more, you seem to be like moving away from certain people, certain things of that old part of yourself. That's what this can be talking about here right now. But what happens is once we start to move away and we start to realize that, you know what, you know, these things or these people in my life don't serve me right now. They're not serving me. And here they are right here. Here are these people right here. And they're seeing you, you know, healing, taking your life in a different direction. And some of them are jealous. Some of them are just really insecure in their own stuff that they need to heal. And they're going to try to take you and pull you back. And this is what happens on this journey. And this is what I see. And so the guidance of the tarot is saying, you know, this is what's happening here. And it's really blocking you from going into the direction that you need to take. And so this is why this is coming up as guidance for you. The tarot was wanting you to become aware of, you know, there are people that are trying to pull you down and bring you back. And so what needs to come up here is there is some healing here. The Page of Cups is your inner child. It's your love seeker. I call this, my Page of Cups in particular, my love seeker, because it has the love backing it up. And so you could be sitting in a situation here where you're trying to pull away from it. You're trying to move away, and it could be a relationship you're in, an intimate relationship, a relationship with, you know, an individual, someone that you are, you know, with. It could be a friend, colleague, somebody that maybe you're trying to pull away from, you know, get to safer waters. Just maybe someone that you need to walk away from, maybe. And your Page of Cups here is really saying, you know, I think the love seeker are a little part of us. There's a part of us that will come out and say, and you know, they're the ones that wanted love when we were younger, and they're the ones that are going to try to hold on to that relationship. And so I'm seeing here that, you know, this is what's pulling you down here, is that you have this younger part of you that needs to heal still, this part that wants that love. And the hardest lesson that I've learned from this journey is that we can't get that love that we need, that we didn't get when we were younger. We can't get it from anyone or anything on the exterior. What we get from the exterior will never heal what we need to heal on the inside. And so there's some healing here. And the Moon card is in the reverse here. And the Moon card is really, you know, that card that we really get in touch with ourselves by grounding, by journaling. And so we get in touch with our inner guidance. We get in touch with our intuition. And that's blocked right in here, because I feel there's a sense of you need to get back into that body and out of your head. And the Justice card ends here. Beautiful card for you to end is all about getting back to you and who you really are, your authentic self. You know, who you really are. Who are you? And so that's where the universe wants to bring you today, is who are you? So what I want to leave you with is a grounding video, and how to get back into your body and how to get in touch with yourself, because grounding is so important. Take care, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.